Thank you very much. Thank you all for this chance to exchange with you tonight, and thank you for your time and the opportunity for all of Ilken team to welcome us here today. Thank you very much. It is very nice opportunity to exchange about the Marino project. I started this collaboration with the AK of the president of Ilken in 2010, and we was meeting in Tokyo, having lunch, and he told me that he wished to have a very high quality product for skin condition. And the best formula we used to work with was Vigua formula that's used for El Marino. And the only problem with this formula is it's expensive. This was the reality of the problem, 1 kilo of the bioactive ingredients is almost $1,480. So it's really very expensive ingredients. Only pharmaceutical companies, big skincare company using this ingredient. And I will share with you why and why it works tonight. So I start working with AK in this project, and I have no intention, frankly speaking, to come to Malaysia and develop this business. But this man is really good man. And very difficult, in life to meet with good people. So we start this collaboration, and now we are growing it, and I'm very, very happy and proud of this collaboration, and I love this company. I love Ilken, and honestly, this is the reason why I come tonight in front of you to do such presentation. I'm not good at making presentation for public. Earlier today, a few hours ago, I was making a presentation, but it was for professional, for doctors, for professional of the health, not for public, So it's more easier because things is complicated, and it's easier to talk about something complicated. It's when we make them easy that it is difficult. So anyway, the innovation lab where I work started almost 20 years ago. I think the image is not very beautiful in the PowerPoint here, but it can be visible. Located in Tokyo, the laboratory. I started this collaboration with Japanese pharmacist, which is still working in making the clinical test in the laboratory in Tokyo. The laboratory when we started was focusing on making clinical tests. Clinical trial is very, very important. Everybody say this is good product, this is good recipe, this is good medicine. But unless we try it in human, we cannot know really. So a lot of people and a lot of companies making trial, for example, in mouse. But mouse is, yes, it's very cheap. But mouse and the human is different condition, Not the same stress, not the same nutrition, not the same mental health, not the same everything. So we cannot really work in mouse and come and say this is good for your skin or this is good for. So we developed everything to make the test in a human test, which is really difficult because testing in the human is not easy. So everything started from this. I hope we could make the image more clear, but you can visualize anyway. When we try to develop the ingredient or this formula for the skin, we try to find natural product that can have this efficacy to improve the skin. We tested a lot of products, and one of the nice products we find was a molecule, and exactly it was a bacteria living in the pomegranate fruit. Pomegranate fruit, as you see, this is the fruit. It's the variety that we find. It is young variety. It's a small tree making small fruits. So it is not the big pomegranate tree we can see sometimes looks delicious and juicy. It is very small, like a tennis ball, and actually it is not very delicious because not too much sugar inside. So such fruits was able to have such molecule inside, and we start producing this plantation in Spain, south of Spain. South of Spain because simply I am coming originally from France. I grew up doing business in Tokyo, the laboratory research, etc. But France is very nice, but the problem in France is there is a lot of rain. And when the fruits has rain, fruits cannot become very strong. To make that these fruits are strong, number one is the land is very sand, so there is no water can be retained on it, and not too much rain. In this area you can see always the sky blue, more than 345 days of sunshine a year. It means the fruits, under the sun, to protect itself against such things, the fruit must produce, the tree must produce some specific chemicals, some specific components that will allow the fruits to protect itself, otherwise cannot remain such fresh and juicy under the sun. There is also another thing, in the pomegranate fruit, which is quite very interesting. The fruits is the flower. Very, very few fruits, if you take the banana, if you take any other fruits, the flower is part of the fruits, but at one point, the flower separates from the fruits. But the pomegranate is the flower, is the fruit. So it contains a lot of vegetal placenta that we don't find in other fruits. So if you say to me the orange does not contain such. The fruits separate from the flower after pollination. In the pomegranate it's very unique, it's the fruit is the flower. So I think this is the where we started developing this ingredient almost 15 years ago. And to do when we understand that this is product works, this formula works, the first things we start to do is controlling the plantation. So sometimes people ask me why I want to control the plantation. This is not smart part of the business. Just growing the fruits, you can buy them from anybody. Indians produce a lot of pomegranate. Turkey, they produce a lot of pomegranate. You just buy from them. The question is if we want to get the quality of the product, and this is take us to, for example, the factory to produce these ingredients, we must always get the same raw material. Now, how can you get always the same raw material? And this is what I was exchanging earlier with my colleagues about other products in the market. Imagine, same as I just was telling 30 minutes ago. Imagine we go to eat at chicken restaurant now. If you say this is the best chicken restaurant in Singapore, I come and stand in front of you and I will ask you the question, simply. Where does your chicken come from? Am I right? Now, if you are really through the best chicken restaurant in Singapore, you tell me, we have this chicken farm here, and this is what we give the food to the chicken, and this is how we treat the chicken, and this is how they see the sun, and this is not farm where there is more than 1 million chicken, they don't see the sunrise and etc. You show me photos, I can go and visit. And in this case, really, you start at least having the first ingredient to have successful chicken restaurant. Then, next point, you need to have the chef. Who's going to cook this chicken? If you just bring me some young chef who don't have experience, it's not the same thing as somebody who has experience. Number 3, how we are going to prepare such recipe? How much we are going to put for each customer's amount of chicken, amount of rice, amount of everything. Must be very precise. Otherwise, at the end of the day, you think, oh, this is a chicken and this is a chicken. But in reality, it is completely different. And when it comes to the chicken, when it comes to food, frankly speaking, we don't care too much. Sometimes we have good food, sometimes we have bad food. So what? Sometimes frozen chicken, sometimes cheap chicken, sometimes Kentucky Fried Chicken. You can change. But when it comes to your health, when it comes to the health to the people who trust us, I cannot just bring them any chicken, I cannot just bring them any pomegranate and say, oh, this is I bought from Turkey. But we don't know what pesticide they use. We don't know what is the efficacy inside the product. So this is, frankly speaking, what differentiates this technology from the start, is we wanted to control vertically everything. From the plantation to the factory, we develop our own technology to extract these ingredients. So it is our own technology, our own process, using only cold water. We are the first laboratory in the world who use cold water, reproducing the same process that happened in nature, and not using alcohol to extract the bioactives. So all of these processes, I think without this quality, without this, I call it sometimes obsession to have we cannot guarantee that our products works. And that's why we got from the beginning of the work, all of this, a lot of certifications and FDA, etc., etc., etc. So we may test every product. We tested for 75 active ingredients that mustn't be inside, from heavy metals to pesticide to anything you can imagine, that I want to guarantee that our product, number one, is very safe. And this is what took us and a lot of effort, a lot of time, and frankly speaking, I think El Marino is one of the few products in Earth who has such strict quality control. And in the MLM business, I never see somebody who has such strictness. It is almost obsession. And this is one of the reasons we start the laboratory and the progress. Our number one success story was the Japanese market. Japanese market is really very difficult market. They have a lot of high quality, everything is good quality. So when I start developing these formulas in Japan, Japanese can do everything high quality. What I can bring to them? They have safety too. Japanese do everything very clean. The differentiation point that we differentiate ourselves is the efficiency. It is difficult to bring safety and efficacy at the same time. Sometimes efficacy, safety, quality has no strength, Strength is lost, and we wanted to keep the strength. So how can we keep the strength in our product? We wanted to have something that the others cannot study easily. And this thing was the most important element we discover in the product. Is it works because of its bacteria. I think everybody of you knows bacteria. And we know that some good bacteria, some bad bacteria. But in reality, there is also what we call strong bacteria. In such a fruit like the pomegranate, we discovered that they have very strong bacteria living within. And this bacteria, when it's inside the fruits and we prepare this ingredient totally, it's going to live inside the ingredients bioactives that can absolutely improve the skin condition in terms of inflammation. It's reduced the inflammation. So if you ask me how El Marino works, number one point is it reduces the inflammation of the skin. And inflammation is really a big problem. It is not about woman or man. It is not about young or old. 20 years or 10 years can have inflammation problems, same to 40, 50. Aging starts from the age of baby little, you know. Inflammation can come from a lot of factors. Food we eat, stress we have, noise, emotion. Inflammation is what makes the human age very, very fast, you know. So the first factor that in Marino works is by reducing the inflammation, and by reducing the inflammation, this is brings to the skin a very good point, which is reducing melanin production. If you ask yourself why woman or man get skin darker with age, why we got dark spots, and the first body response actually, especially in women, is protecting the skin, protecting the body. When we become darker, we are able to protect ourselves from UV much easier way. If you look at the woman during the pregnancy, the colors of the woman become darker, you know, pigmentation of the skin to protect the body from inflammation, from outside inflammation. Now, if you tell me what happened if people color is dark, do you think UV does not make them any harm? Actually, the darker skin can attract more inflammation than the white skin. White skin damages the outside only. So it is not the most important thing for health. You can say to me, okay, but for beauty is important. But the most difficult things in inflammation and the UV is walking in the street, for example, in the summertime, where UV is very strong. And UV rays, which is just the light, reflect in the streets and goes to the human legs, feet, man, woman included. Now you can tell me, okay, but if the man has pantalon like this, trousers is okay. Absolutely yes, but in case of the woman, no. A lot of women, they have a lot of UV exposure in their body. If you ask yourself, in women from 40s, one of the main reasons after a woman of 40 of death, natural death, is cardiovascular disease, heart attack. Nobody say, oh, there is a woman 42 years old died from heart attack or got heart attack, but in reality there is a lot. What is the main reason? Inflammation. Inflammation comes from the skin, and this is the first priority of the skin. Is not looks nice. It's protecting the body from the outside factors. And if we bring through our products, our formula, this protection, I think the skin does not need to color itself. And in this case, even the dark color can become slowly whiter. You believe me? If you look at the true science, our grandfather, which color was? Black. So how happens that our ancestor was black, and now we got people who is white, and this is the true science, you know. Our ancestor come from Africa, you know, and the first human came from Africa, emerged to Asia, go to the north of Europe, go to the east. This is the true things, you know. We know it was dark color. The master was black. By moving thousands of years in places where there is no UV, there is no such sun, the skin starts understanding that it does not need to color to protect itself. So the color becomes whiter. Look at the African people. What is the color of their hand inside? Strange, no? It's produced melanin, so if it's even if they put their hand in the sun like this, it it never become dark? Why does not become dark? Why their hand is white? Evolution. They stay in place. These people originally was white. And then they moved back to live under such some condition because of the evolution of the climate. We are not talking about 100 years or 200 years. We are talking about thousands of years, 20, 30 thousands of years. If you are talking about 100 generations, the white can become black and black become white. This is the nature selection, you know. And this is, I think, the point is, if we talk about the human coloring, the number one factor that the body decides is protect itself. Number two, this is number one and number two important thing for us is how to reduce this inflammation, how to reduce this production of melanin. Now, number one, three things is, imagine now somebody, young woman, 25 years old, she don't care about too much health, stay always in the sun, walking in the sun. After some, even at 25, 27 years old, will start having pigmentation in the face, on the body. Do you think we can reverse this pigmentation and take it out? With physical condition only. It means if you burn the skin and take this pigmentation outside. Or the other condition is the body inside must move fast to renew itself, and in this case push the old skin which has pigmentation outside, bring in new collagen, new one, and in this case you have a new renewal. And if you ask me what is the definition of the beautiful woman, woman 50 years old looks like 35, woman 60 years old looks like 30. Such women exist. It's crazy. What is their secret? Their body renew. Imagine if you can clean your house every day, everywhere. 10 years after, the house looks like a new. 20 years after, the house looks like a new. The question is, sometimes we cannot afford to do this renewal in our house or in our shoes. But in our health, I think this is duty of the human to take care of their health and ability. So, how can we come back to our third point of El Marino? How can we reverse this melanin? And the best way we find to have it is inside our skin, here, there is blood vessels. This is thousands of kilometers of blood flowing all over the body, not the big one only, no. When you are getting some damage in your skin, like just small shock, the color is going to become blue, am I right? This is the blood vessel that we cannot even see at our eyes damaged. And in this case, the color going outside. So this is everywhere, from our eyes, you see blood in our eyes, blood vessels when our eyes is red, to our brain, to kidneys, to the skin itself. Now, how can we make that this flow of blood is moving, number one, fast to renew all of this damage in the body? And this is the most unique things that we developed with El Marino from the start, and nobody else talk about it. Is when you take El Marino almost from the first day, your blood flow is going to flow faster. Now the body is smart. If you have more fast, you need good road. So the body starts repairing new vessels to push them to the extremity of the skin. And in this case, we have more delivery not only of oxygens, but also of all of this detoxification of these pigments. So the body can easily transport them, move them, and above all, as soon as you got blood, you got new collagen. If you look at what means collagen, simply look at, if you want to know the age of woman who looks very beautiful, which part of her you look the first? Face is difficult, you know. Hands. Hands does not cheat. Yeah, you look at the hands, has no fat on them. So if you ask this woman, even if she is going to take 1 kilo of collagen every day, some of them, you know, the collagen is not so expensive. It's cheap. You can eat by spoon. Still, they cannot bring this collagen to these hands. And that's why you always can recognize the woman by her age, by her hands. Why their hands does not have collagen? Did you talk about that? Woman neck. Difficult to make such surgery. Nobody wants to touch the neck, you know, because a lot of now, so nobody can make lifting with the neck. Faces, yes, but neck is difficult. So why, if eating a lot of collagen does not make their hands look better, their face, their necks looks better? You tell me. Collagen alone is not enough. This is what you are saying, the collagen is the car. This is like somebody in a very small village in the mountain, become rich and buy car. But they don't have roads. And he don't know how to bring back the car home, you know. And this is happening with the collagen. If there is no such blood vessels, there is no delivery to collagen to the place that it is needed simply. How can you bring it to this skin extremity? So from the beginning we try to, number one, create new vessels, repair the actual one, which is burst by inflammation. Inflammation is, you know, it's really sort of piece of glass in our vessel. It's really damaged everything that goes with. When we say somebody die from stress, it's true. It's like these glass pieces, broken glass pieces goes into their brain and the blood and damaging everything around. So if we improve this inflammation, in these blood vessels here, and building a new roots, it is natural to push the skin up. And in this case we can find easily that there is more production of collagen inside the skin. And this is what we try to focus to do in our technology from the beginning. And if you tell me now the simple questions, how can I see that? Can we see the blood flowing in our skin? Did you see your blood flowing in your skin before? But actually we can bring a scan and we can do that. So in 2004, I met people from Olympus, the camera people. And I was asking them the questions. How can we see inside the body? Because it is really very interesting. Imagine you can see inside the body, but not like X-ray, because it's not easy. And imagine if we can, and I was talking with them at that time that sometimes, you know, if you take somebody who's very thin and you put light under their skin, you can see something. So Olympus, they said, okay, we have solution. We bring a small lens, concentrate the light and send the light inside the skin. And in this case, we can see the small blood vessel. And we can see also the collagen blocks. So since 2014, which is almost like at least 13 years ago, we start using new technology that we will share to you today. My colleagues, Dr. Valentine, will make the demonstration to show you how can we see inside the skin. So we know if we take this product, what's going to happen in our skin. And this most important factor and evidence is improving the blood circulation. And this is not the big blood circulation, the micro circulation. the nano vessel, you know, the small ones that you can see sometimes in your eyes. And this is all over our body, and if we maintain and make them working better, not only we can improve the skin condition, but we can improve the whole cardiovascular system, the whole road system of the body, you know. And this is the secret of El Marino, why it works and other products, even they contain 10 times more collagen, does not work. This is, we can see it easily in such difficult pigment like the melasma, which women experience it after delivery. Very net improvement, and not 6 months after, I'm talking about 30 days after. This is again the pigmentation, we can see the difference. So the technology simply has two benefits, simple benefit. Number one is inflammation that reduces such pigments. Number two is blood circulation. This is how we see the blood circulation. This is somebody who is not having regular one. When the heart starts pumping in regular basis and has very good vessels, the shape of these microcirculation change. It means our own body inside it can change, improve, become better organized, able to regenerate in case we get acne, in case we get sick or some skin damage. Has been, all of this result has been introduced several international conferences. We don't make advertisement. I never make too much promotion. I don't make sales tours. We make a lot of international conferences, like we participated earlier today at Vita Food in Singapore. Scientists, doctors like our research. Our main customers when we start working was clinics and doctors, because doctors want results. Somebody come to see them and they ask, I have a problem in my face or skin, and they give them something, and these people must come back again in 1 month or 2 months. And if there is no improvement, the doctors feel it's their problem, they failed to find solution. So main customers we have at Innovation Labo is doctors and the clinics. Mika there later on will share with you how we work with the biggest dermatologist clinics in Japan. So it is not for simple people. This is Mrs. Spain. She took the El Marino since 2008. Of course she's beautiful, but you know how we met with her? Her mother is dermatologist. And her mother advised her to take the product. Now, this is the technologies that we will share with you later today. It is easy to say our product is good. Everybody can come and say always, oh, we have nice product, nice package, nice things, but the most difficult things for human to do is bring evidence of what they say and back what they are saying. And I couldn't, when I start my work, give people promise that we cannot show the evidence, because this is not serious. We cannot do that. And this is the technology that we developed, how to see the blood microcirculation. Since 2004, we improved a lot. This is how we can see the microcirculation. This is the level. This is the outside of the skin. The collagen part that everybody is excited about. The most thick collagen type here with elastin, and the blood vessel here until here. So for some people they can go to the surface, for others no. Depends on the people, diet, stress, and most important thing is inflammation. The enemy of the blood vessel is the inflammation. Stress is one of the causes of inflammation, you know that. Do you know the first action of stress is what? cortisol. We say somebody get nervous, they got a lot of cortisol. Yes? Their blood circulation, these vessels become short, shrink. It's like your clothes shrink, but this is shrink from inside of your body. Now, can you imagine if the man become very nervous every day and angry? Sometimes his brain inside the vessel shrink, and when they shrink a lot, sometimes the blood going out from their nose, or they got heart attack, etc. So I think the blood circulation is the key, is the game for the human health, for the human health. This is the point why I really appreciate that ILCAN trust us to develop such technology. And thank you.